Okay, so I'm going to be showing you something index notation. So there is something called the base. So this number here is called the base. This number here, the tiny number here is called the power. So there will be a small little number on the top. So that little number on the top is actually called power. So this power is done how many times we multiply the base. Okay, it sounds very confusing. It sounds very confusing. So I'm going to break it a bit for you. So for example, right, if you take a look, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So if I write this in index notation, it is 2 to the power of 4. So we multiply 2 4 times. So can you see the 4 times? 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So that means we multiply 2 4 times. So this is the base. And then this is the power. So it means you multiply 2 for 4 times. Okay, so where is the button for this part? So where is the button for this part, right? I'm going to show you on your calculator. So it's on this part here. This button. Wait, let me change the color. This button. So if you go and press 2, you press 2 first, and then this, and then 4. You press 2. This is called the power button. 2 power 4. Okay, so you go and press 2 power 4, you will get the same answer. So if you press 2 power 4, okay, you try pressing it. So if you press it on your calculator, it should give you 16. Okay. If you go and do the manual one, you do manually, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, it also gave you a 16. But of course, the power button is faster. Imagine you got to do 10 times. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 like if you're going to do 10 times, it's going to be very troublesome. Okay, so that is called the power function. So as I go through, right, I'm going to get you to try to press. Oh. Okay, so let's go on. Can you see this one is 3 times 3? So when it is 3 times 3, that means it's 3 square. Can see 3 times 3. You only multiply it twice. Then 5 times 5 times 5. That means it will be 5 cubed. So the 5 is multiplied 3 times. Okay. So the 3 is multiplied twice. Okay, then if you look at this part, right, there's also a square button on your calculator. So just now I show you a power button. So can you see the square button. And the square button is here. This one is the square button. So you can just press 3 and then you square it. Can see? So that is called the square button. The other one is called the power button. So I don't think you use it in primary school, like no chance. Primary school is the simple calculation. So you can try. Or can I get you all to try? So if you press like 3 and then the square button and you multiply the 5 and the power button 3. You try pressing it out. Okay, use the new button that you learn. So if nothing goes wrong, you get 1125. Okay, so that is the power button and the square button. Correct, team? Team, we cannot square root negative 160. That's why, team, you look at my answers. I mentioned that it's undefined. That's why there is no solution. You check my answers? Yes. So it's not something that can be done operationally. So we will say that square root negative 160 is undefined. Okay, so for the rest of you, right, this is called index notation. That means there's a tiny number on top. Okay, so let's go to the next one. If you look at the next one, right, 2 is on its own. But 3 is like 3 times 3 times 3 square. So you multiply 2 times. Okay, so it's multiplied 2 times. Slowly you will get very confusing, so you need to stay focused. 7 times 7 times 7. So you see it's multiplied 4 times. So it will be 7 power 4. Not like this, huh? So it should be 7 power 4. Okay, so that's how you write your index notation. You can try calculator. See whether you get this on your calculator or not. Okay, use the power button, use the square button. Okay, the next part, right? We cannot punch calculator already. This is the algebra part. So here, A is multiplied 3 times. So it's A cubed. There will be such thing that you are going to do when you reach algebra part. So you will reach algebra on the 4th chapter. So A power 3 means you multiply A 3 times. So this one is 4 times. So it's B4. So this one cannot punch calculator. This is the algebra sense. It's the index notation that is in algebra. You will come to this part subsequently when you hit algebra, but not now. Okay, so what is index notation, right? There's a little number on top. So the little number on top shows how many times you multiply the number. Okay, so this is something important. You will need this idea so that your prime factorization can be done properly. Okay, so what I want y'all to know is by now, you will know what is your prime numbers, and you will also have an idea of index notation with your power button. Okay, so if let's say you find that this part you eventually you forget you need the video for this, you can ask me for it. Okay, I'll pause the video first.